going to call this Flying Finebaum because Paul is in the Charlotte Douglas International Airport on his way to Knoxville, and he's good enough to join us to give us two takes before takeoff. So, Paul, we appreciate it as always. Let's start with Texas, Georgia. What is the most important thing fans need to know about this game?
I think that the Georgia mystique and their position as running supreme over the SEC could be at stake. I mean, Texas has come into this league. This is their first year. They're already number one in the country. And should they beat Georgia, Georgia suddenly falls down. And remember, Georgia supplanted Nick Saban in Alabama, and it would just be ironic and unbelievable to see it happen already at the midpoint of the first season of Texas's existence.
Do you expect it? Do you expect Texas to win?
I do. I think they have the best team in the country. Georgia is a very good team, but they've lost. They've been tested. They are making mistakes uncharacteristic of them. A lot of their best defensive players are playing on Sunday, and Carson Beck has been spotty for the guy that started the season as the Heisman favorite.
There is no fan base in the world quite like the Paul Finebaum callers. And I'm just curious, but as I'm a Big Ten alum. It is still strange for me to accept the new schools. How are the dyed-in-the-wool SEC fans accepting that not only is Texas coming into the conference, but might actually dominate the conference?
Well, what they don't like is Texas screening is now sounding like Alabama. They are boasting like they have these 7 national championships or 18. Actually, Alabama has 18 or 19. Texas has not won a national championship since Vince Young beat Pete Carroll in 2005. But they act like they're on a heater here, and it's really irritating everybody. And a win Saturday is going to make this even worse.
All right, so you're on your way to Knoxville. That's Bama and Tennessee. Another monster game with everything in the world at stake. What is the most important thing fans need to know?
Well, I think the loser of this game is in really big trouble. Let's say Tennessee loses, Greedy. They don't have an impressive win any longer because they beat Oklahoma. That didn't amount to anything. NC State, they have nothing on their resume, so they'll be in trouble. They also have a game at Georgia in November, which I cannot imagine them winning. Alabama's in a little better shape with a loss. They go to LSU, where Brian Kelly has not lost a home game. So the loser of this game is in trouble. I think that's putting it succinctly.
But as far as Bama is concerned, I mean, I talked to you after the Vandy game. I'm seeing on the screen here, DEFCON 1 for Bama. How will the fans react if Bama loses this game?
Terribly. Greeny, I was in Alabama for 2 days this week, and Bama fans are already beside themselves. They're not calling him Kalen DeBoer. They're stopping me at the airport saying, "What's with this guy?" I mean, there's a serious bailout on the new guy who just a couple of weeks ago was on top of the world.
That's right. You beat Georgia and everything. It's a week-to-week league. It's a week-to-week world. Paul Finebaum, travel safely. 2 takes before takeoff and a little extra as well.